What's up, bro? Give me 1 second. Let me just update this shit.
All right. What are we doing today?
Regular. Nothing too crazy. Oh, wait 1 sec.
Comp games.
Sorry, we're gonna aim for 3. But I'll be honest. I've been starting to do 2 games with my students, and I think it's more effective because, we spend more time talking at the end of the games, like 20 minutes breaking it down. So we could go that route probably. We'll see. Because I
All right,
think
okay.
just
Yeah.
always playing 3 games is not always the best, right? Like more isn't better, right? So it's better that they can
Yeah.
kind of like soak in the information rather than uh, just playing and that's it. Just give me one
I
second.
mean, you could also like always implement team death matches in between them too. Like play one game,
Sure.
then 2 team death matches.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
I could, but I mean they can do that on their own time, right?
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Like, cause
I've been playing a whole fuck ton of team
good,
death
good.
match.
So go ahead,
I've
share
been playing.
screen. Yep.
I've been playing team death match probably like 10 times a day
Good,
at
good.
least.
It's fun, right?
It
You
is.
also get to practice other guns. It's not just Vandal Phantom like deathmatch, right? You get to
Yeah.
use your sheriff, ghost sometimes, and then you
That's
can
why I
choose
like
like a
it. Yeah.
guard. So usually the second phase is always Guardian Bulldog, right? And then it becomes Vandal Phantom at the end there. Third phase. Wait, so currently you're Ascendant 1. Peak is spelled this.
Send it to.
Yep, just spelled this wrong.
That annoyed the shit out of me, dude. I was so close to Ascendant 3.
Yeah, all good, all good. We'll get there. We'll get there. How have your games been? Have you been playing a lot? How's everything?
I've played a few times,
Hmm.
and every single one I top frag pretty much. And if I didn't top frag, I was like second board.
Okay, okay, it's good. In terms of quantity, are you playing a lot lately, or just kind of
No, not
not
really.
really?
I've
Okay,
been mainly just playing team deathmatch and shit.
cool. Just maintaining the aim, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Good, good. That's good as long as when you're not playing a lot. That's important to kind of, especially if you want to make sure you don't lose it, right? So, um,
I have been practicing calming too, as
good,
well.
good. Yep, that's for you, bro. That's the main thing. Is just your communication, and then a little bit of leadership skills that need to be polished. I'm not saying you don't have it. Just need it more assertive. A little bit more
Yeah.
deeming yourself the captain type mentality. Um, is really all you need because you already know it. We've talked about this so much. Mechanics are really good. It's just the mental side of stuff like being confident, communicating, working on identifying, and not only just identify, but processing that identification and then turning it into a very solid plan that you can execute to win rounds, right? That's the whole point of this protocol that I teach all the students, all you guys. It's not so you guys can understand what's going on. No, that's the first step. Okay, it's really so that you can use that information of understanding what's going on against the enemies, right? I've been talking about this a lot lately in the streams this week, last week. It's like if you have a friend, right, and you knew exactly who he was as a person, knew everything he does, what he likes to do, how he thinks, you know his life, you know his habits, you know everything, 100% of who he is as a person, how he thinks, all this stuff, right? What could you do to that person? That's a question. What could you do to him?
Anything I want.
Literally, you could literally
Manipulate
manipulate
them.
him, right? You can, maybe not to the full extent, but and it does happen in real life where some people get so manipulated because people know how they think, how they are, what they want, their fears,
Take
stuff
advantage
like
of
that,
that.
right? So, and I'm not saying do that. That's a very dangerous thing to do in terms of to another person. But what I'm trying to say is that you transfer that over into Valorant and you use it against enemies. If you can know fully how the enemy are as a team, then you can kind of know where they'll maneuver and what they like to do. And then on top of that, there's an added layer. If you know exactly how they are as individual players, or the person, you're just gonna be able to manipulate them. You're gonna be able to outplay them. You're gonna be able to move them where you want to, stuff like that. So, think about that a little bit, and that's something that I've been teaching lately because it's important. You got to know how to manipulate in some way. Not maybe physically manipulate them, but mentally move them where you want to go. outplay
Yeah.
them. You know where they're gonna be. Stuff like that. So these are some
Yeah, I
food for
understand what you
thought.
mean. Yep.
Yep, yep. It's just some food for thought for you to kind of not just know. I don't need. You're in the stage now where I don't need you to know. You gotta know and do. You're on the second stage. You know what I mean? You gotta not only know,
Yeah.
you gotta apply as well. Because a lot of students just know and then that's it. Gotta apply. Tired of this game? Yep, me too, bro. So true. I was surfing that elo for a bit, maybe a month, and fell off after not playing it.
Uh,
Yep, they all play weird. Yep.
yeah.
I've been in
Hello.
Ascendant elo for like 6 acts, lol. I barely play. I had that curse where I can't drop to diamond, but can't get more. That was frustrating. Yep. Last
Shit
act, broke
working.
it, and got immortal. Nice, good job, Phoenix.
So,
Also,
so how many you guys got me?
I'll give you another layer. If your teammates are not talking to you and they're not playing together, you gotta have that switch
Yeah.
to just take it into your own hands and
Do it anyway.
you don't even need to play with them. Just start running it down and killing 4 people every round. So there's that switch too.
You guys want to play off with contact or?
Can join if you just want to go.
Yeah, he has cam. Oh shit.
What do you think the problem is here?
I don't know. Walking close to the wall.
Try to identify. What happened when you came out, B mate?
I
What
didn't
made you
clear
hesitate?
anything?
Yeah, you didn't clear your corners and the guy was there. And then that's what made you die. Even though it doesn't seem like it, that's because you hesitated to come out because you went to take a double take and then the guy was already at rafters and then as soon as you turned the pillar, he's there and he one-tapped you, right? But if you just cleared
Yeah.
it's clear or you killed him and you would have already been back sight fighting that rafter guy, killing him as well.
Yeah.
So these
I'm
are the
gonna die,
things
don't
that
worry
add
about
up. Yep, these are the small things that add up. I know you're not in rhythm, fully understand. But gotta kind of get back to our fundamentals of it. Clear all our corners, especially going on
Yeah.
site.
Defaulting here.
Vent one. Two vent. Hello.
Yeah, you just want to go mid, Riz?
Yeah. Two vents, one together.
This guy says he needs that sage.
3 heaven, 3 heaven, 3 heaven. Go away, go away, go away, go away. 3 heaven.
104 on Cypher.
I did not mean the fucking right click.
Nice.
Yeah, they should
Oh,
go B.
good.
They should go B.
Didn't really need to peek that, but
Yeah, I agree. It's just you're on eco, so it's not that big of a deal. But as soon as he's identified your teammate, it's like 3-3 there, right? You know, you
I
just
don't
had-
know why I picked it.
Yeah, it's just a little bit of an autopilot there from you. You just wanted to fight, but you gotta just have a presence of mind there. He's like 3-3. That means there's a fuck ton of risk. It's not even like you have a vandal. Different story. You're on eco, so gotta take a
Yeah.
smarter fight there. That's all it is. Not even peak. You know, there's pressure there, but by just staying up too.
Last player standing. Enemy
Hopefully
remaining.
we can win this. Yes, you got
Oh,
it.
nice.
Let's go.
There's a Spectre under.
Not tomorrow.
Good round.
Not ever.
You guys just want a fast stay here? Like, just all go main. We don't need to go ramp.
I'm on a laptop too and unstable at 800. Bro, I get 130 FPS when I stream and play. When I play by myself, I get like 200 plus. It's really tough for me to play in stream. It's tough. My comp games are very tough. It's not gaming laptop. OLED, no, I'm saving for 480. 480 is nice. I have a 240. Yeah, that's a huge increase, Tolka. You'll be shooting if you're on 480.
On the wall.
It's one on
remaining.
CT.
Reyna, time to hunt. Gun here.
Just want to do that again?
Sure.
Wait, is Tails missiles bigger now?
What happened?
Are his missiles bigger now?
I don't think so.
Suck. Fuck.
Mario, though.
What in the fuck?
I think that's good.
Okay, decent. So, you know, I noticed that you have a habit on this map specifically on A to go left when you entry site. Nothing wrong going right.
Figured 3 of our teammates are going site. Might
Right,
as well
right.
clear
Sure.
something else. Like if they were to run out of here, I would have
I
seen
mean,
them. But
just because 3 is going right doesn't mean you can't either, right? Because we can still clear garden, the garden box, right side, you know, together,
Yeah.
right? So, obviously it's a little unlucky
Alright.
because you went left and then you went top of the wall.
you want to just go up ramps here? Wait, let's run back. He's already up. Yeah, let's just run away.
I'm blind.
Should
Oh,
still.
right here.
Yeah. Nice.
They're all there.
Both side, both side.
Oh my
Tell
god.
them.
Yeah, just go through vent if you can.
Yeah, they're all here.
Just tell the tail. Go to mid to B.
They're gonna grab guns.
So we'll talk about this, Rod. So you got kind of caught. You're like, I want to go. Like they were going in, but you wanted to leave, right? And
Yeah, I
then
knew
like
they were all there.
you were like you're kind of just like, you were literally like physically stepping left, right, left, right. Like you're going to try to go off ramp and then back leave. Because like they were going in and you wanted to leave. So there, you gotta. The worst thing you can do is being lukewarm, and you know what that is, right? Lukewarm, being in the middle. Make a decision to go or to leave quick, okay, and just stick with it, whether it's wrong or not in that moment in time, because your teammates were already in, right? Like they were dying feeding. So if you are gonna call it rotate, probably need to call it a bit quicker, like 2-3 seconds quicker.
All right. Oh, fucker, dude.
Yeah.
Come on.
I think you're taking your knife out a little bit too much.
Wait, come right here. Nice. Wait, just run.
One enemy.
Last one, eh?
Last-
Oh my
Wait, back to back eight, back to back.
god. Was confused.
His tails is going in, bro, like a beast. Nice.
God. That,
Back to back.
I'm with that girl.
If you've never seen a massacre, this is what it looks like.
Yeah, I don't know why the fuck I keep on pulling out my knife.
Yeah, there's a little autopilot. Not in rhythm.
Died like
Could be bad habits coming back as well.
I've died the last 4 times because I pulled out my
Yeah,
knife.
you just pulled out your knife every time.
Rena, we can buy.
Yeah, request.
Need a drop. Thank you.
Cypher 2.
What? in- Yo, I swear to God.
Holy fuck! Just... Okay, so what can we take away from this round and the couple rounds prior?
One on site, one flank.
They are stacking A, so now we go B.
Right, and what else?
Remain
Try
inside.
to break it down in your. There's not really a wrong
playing
answer,
aggressive.
but
Nice.
just try to
They're
lay.
kind of pushing up.
Yeah, you gotta lay everything down, and that's not for me. It's for you. You gotta lay everything down so you can store this information. They're stacking A. They fast rotate, and they're super aggressive on the flanks, as in they're gonna flank down immediately. That's what I mean by aggression. They're gonna do it just instantly. You guys take contact somewhere, they're gonna start running down the opposite side to take space, just like you do it. And I know you know how to do it too, right? Because they know or believe or feel you guys are all on A. That's why they're taking space.
For
So
you, hermanita.
gotta keep that in our mind a little bit.
Yeah. Alright.
Get out of my way.
What's up, Pookie? For real, I think if he says take your time, he would improve a lot. He just jumped into the enemy and didn't play for audio. No, guys, he's actually a really good player, but he's just not in rhythm because he's not playing. He hasn't been playing like he usually does. He only plays probably like 2 games a week. Even in the beginning of the session, he said that he's only playing TDM and Swift play to maintain his aim. Nice, good round. I like that awareness from you. Okay. How do you know that there is very likely someone's gonna come flank? It's because of what's happened prior, right? The prior rounds. They're very aggressive, so I could see that you're aware about that. You're like, oh fuck, they could come. They're very likely to, and that's what happened.
Thank God I have a good team.
Yeah, team's pretty good.
Dude, I don't get this game. Anytime I'll drop like 35
You
kills.
lose,
I
yeah.
have res.
And then when you
I will
bottom
lose.
frag, you win. Yeah,
Yes.
it's the same with me. Trust me, bro. I try so hard, lose. I don't try, I grief. Like I'm trolling, I win. It's like, bro, makes no sense. So get out and clear the site.
One more. Nice.
I clear maps.
It's clear.
Yep.
Okay, watch screen, watch screen.
One more flank, last one flank.
For those that don't know, he's the student that went from gold to Ascendant 2 in about 6 weeks. He hasn't been playing in the last 2-3 weeks though.
Damn.
It's actually been 2 weeks since I saw him too, so he's been busy with life stuff. But he's a good player, he really is. He used to come to the 10-mans all the time and shit on the mortals as a plat player back like 2 months ago.
See if I can find that clove.
Sure.
Might as well. We're up 7. Switch it up a little bit.
Okay, so.
You know where he is, right? Nice try. Good round though. I like that. I like that thought process play from you. You're like, you know what? This close kind of aggressive, walking down a lot. I'm gonna wait for her. And obviously we didn't kill the clove, but still worked out. You killed one more. You killed the
Yeah.
Cypher. You've come a long way, bro. I think back in the day, you wouldn't even know that Clove and Gecko are heaven there.
Yeah,
Like-
definitely not.
Right? But like you kind of just knew through the like pathing, mental imaging from earlier, which was you sat mid, you heard the Clove run down, she didn't, she went back up into heaven, back into spawn. You kind of knew she would end up heaven there, right? And it makes sense because you guys were going 8. So yeah, that was very good awareness by you.
I just need to get some kills.
All good, all good. Not even worried about the kills. In these games, I'm more worried that you need to focus on the mental, like the game sense, the communication, the identification. I'll be really honest, bro. You're rusty. I don't think you ever missed those shots back then.
No.
You're rusty, I can tell. Really out of rhythm. That's
I just need
fine.
to play more.
Yeah, that's
I'm gonna start playing more.
You know, try your best. I know you got life and stuff.
I know one enemy remaining.
Oh. Uh-oh.
94.
Oh. Yo, this girl's actually kind of good. What the
I
fuck?
know.
She's gotta shoot it. I actually just played against this Jet, the enemy team, on their enemy team, with me and my duo
Really?
prior to this session. Yeah, we were just duo queuing. Just played against this guy on Icebox. This guy
Did
was
you beat him?
No, we lost, but he was terrible. We had a griefing team, literally a 3v5. 2 people were AFK.
I think we should go up ramp, go vent, go B.
Go up ramp, go vents, go
And
B.
that's a
Okay.
plan.
So you have 2 options here. You can go up
Like,
mid
playing.
or go up B main,
We're
because
gonna
they're
go
gonna end
vent.
B, right? So
Hey, ho, don't you
you
worry.
have 2 options
So
to
walk to
lurk.
B.
You can go up mid or go up main. Both options are good.
Oh, I died.
Spike down.
Hold
A.
up.
Oh, they lived. It's perfect. Tell them to come B.
Can be, can be.
Go B, go B, go B, go B.
Gotta run.
Nice. Stay
I gotta
away.
run.
Try to lurk up.
Run.
Yeah, go right.
Stay out fishing.
Yo, site's clear.
Oh, they all died, man.
Yeah.
Spike down mid.
Does he know me here?
Much for
See ya.
Sure, could have heard you. Could have. Very likely. I think there's one rafters. He walked out. They're on the bomb.
Oh, man.
One more. I actually think it's yeah, it was both.
Remaining. 30 seconds left.
You have a flash,
3
3
bullets.
bullets.
No.
Nice try, really nice try. I think on that blind you should be swinging quicker though, cause you know how you blind and then waited.
Yeah.
Just use that to swing. I can't even believe he wasn't blind. That was insane.
It's one fucking wide swing now.
Yeah, I saw it, Tweenix. Yeah, this is from the Icebox game, I think. Yeah, that's why I just told him, Tweenix. He was just playing against us.
3 on A.
I want what he's taking. Gold
Should
to
have
Ascendant.
B or mid
Yeah.
lockdown.
He's honestly, he always had good mechanics. That's probably
Fuck,
his,
if they come
which
down,
you
I'll
fall
run
into,
away.
Pookie. You fall into good mechanics.
Try to get
I
this
just taught him
one.
all the brain stuff, and that's what made him really start excelling.
Mid.
Shit.
Too many. Up heaven.
So let's
up
focus
heaven.
on our comms a bit.
And vents.
There's only one main.
Spike down B. One enemy remaining.
Nice.
On site. Ooh, did you hit him? 26.
Just wait on one backside.
He's stunned.
Okay, nice, good round. That's the truly A minor. Instant 1-tap deletions. Nice, very good job. There's a side note though. Just would like you to focus on the comms there, telling them, guys, I hear a lot of heaven coming out. Right? One main, I killed him,
Yeah.
dead. Guys, they're out. I don't really care about any other communications besides you telling them they're close to them, like heaven, and they're about to come out, and then when they're out, you also communicate out. So they need to know to start deducting where they are if they're coming out on site, right?
Yeah.
So
Mid.
Fours.
have a little passion.
There's one on B main.
Good.
Just B main. She's running. She could. I'm pretty sure she's running back
Alright.
mid.
You can just re-clear this.
One
Wait,
enemy
it's
remaining.
working.
No.
Mark it, call it.
Coming from mid. Okay.
She's on range.
I'm behind her.
Yo, that was so funny. That was jokes. Okay, yeah, we're probably gonna play 3 games. This game is just a complete stomp. It literally took 10 minutes.
We could play like 10 team death matches.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I'm
I mean, if
probably
you really
gonna-
want to, but you're not really gonna learn like game sense stuff from that.
Yeah, I'm
That's it.
probably gonna do that once I'm done
Yeah,
with
yeah.
this.
Definitely. Yesterday I did about 12 DMs. Today I did 3. So we gotta do another 10 or so, 9 or so. I've been trying to get consistent. So.
120 on close. What in the fuck?
What is that gecko doing? This guy's actually probably lurking up from B.
Man.
He's on B.
Heaven. How's the mango?
40. Nice. GG. Okay, so immediately Q. We'll talk about these. Not a lot of notes. Okay.
Oh, he did fine.
Not clearing his corners. Self-explanatory. Be vigilant a little bit. Cautious, right? Because you already know that question I used to ask all my students and you all the time. Do you like getting shot in the back of the head? No. And that's what happened. What happened on first round? Everyone was getting shot in the back because you came out first and didn't clear. So they trusted when you came out that you've cleared it, but obviously you didn't. So that's a problem. Next note, needs to scale sight more over spawn. Okay, even after we talked about it a little bit, how did you scale A? You went through sight, then elbow, and then had to re-clear it. What you have to do is come out, look hell, come out more, look Benji Fishy, clear Benji Fishy and the maps, the angles, clear the ceramic box. You know how it looks like a double box, but it's white. The porcelain one, the garden, under hell.
Yeah.
On A.
Yeah.
So clear that area where people tuck in that corner, and then start working towards elbow. That's usually that's my protocol on how to clear it usually. But you're always going through middle of the site, and you're not getting punished for it right now, but you will. When they're good players, you're dead every time because they're gonna be somewhere on site, which is whether that's garden box, elbow, screens, Benji Fishy, maps, you're dead. Hell, you're just gonna die. So just kind of scale a little bit better. I don't think it was bad. The speed in which you're scaling, you're coming out, but it's the choice of pathing is what I like you to focus on. Because you had to double back. We're wasting time. You wasted 5 seconds coming back. When if you chose the pathing to go right first, you would have ran towards spawn and cleared it. You get what I mean? Instead of running down, coming back elbow, coming back into the site, and then you come all the way to Benji Fishy to clear it. So, I'd like you to kind of focus on that a bit. And this goes under the efficiency. Be more efficient, right? Don't need a double take and stuff like double come back on the pathing. Okay. The next note is stop taking knife out and adding random useless movement in his POV. That's why I wrote as in like you're just kind of like moving your mouse around, you're looking left, right, early on, the first 5, 6, 7 rounds. After it kind of slowed down, you kind of calmed down a little bit. But prior, you're just shaking your screen all over the place. You're telling to rotate, you're looking ramp, you're looking spawn, you know what I mean? Just slow it down a bit. I can understand why. Not in rhythm. You're a little bit rusty, but just slow it down. Slow it down. Stay calm. Stay focused on looking at your POV and the minimap instead of just going 180s all over the place. Okay, and obviously I'm over exaggerating a little bit, but it wasn't like 180 like every second, but it was pretty like just frantic their screen. The next note is needs to identify more frequently and process the information. I don't care if you're smashing them, losing, winning, close game, do it. Because that's practice. You're going to get better. Even if you know, just think about it. Process it a little bit. So that way you can, your brain has stored that information. You can actively know what's going on. And then you kind of can pull it back later. And then last note is just focus on the comms in terms of feeding info. Got to feed info a little bit better. You get really, really, really quiet. Because you're like mentally you're like, oh, there's a captain of the ship now, I don't need to do anything. But that's not true. Even on a ship traditionally or in Valorant, metaphorically, whatever, there's people that help the captain. They're gonna put their input in, right? So I'd like you to put your 2 cents in too, off what you've identified, what you've processed. Really important. I was so close to Mortal, I think I stopped playing because it wasn't my console. Lol. I'm gonna go Q1. Alright, Tweenix, good luck. What is Benji Fishy? It's on A. It's right here. Wait. It's right here. I don't know if you guys can see my crosshair. Oh, you can. Can you guys see me? Yeah, it's right here. Benji Fish is right here.
You clear right side. Headshot on 105.
Nice. Good round. Okay, good shots. Good aim.
Nice.
Did you have 2 smokes coming out there on the retake? I got distracted. I couldn't see. Wait, maybe. Oops, I was talking to myself. Did you have 2 smokes there coming out spawn, or just 1?
No, I only had 1.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine. That's fine. And then the way you played it was pretty good. I also said nice shots, really good shots, good progression there into coming out on the retake aggressively. Most people like, you know, just kind of sit around and do nothing. You just like fuck it, come out, chest up.
Alright.
By the way, Parks, you know Rob from your Discord? I gave him some tips on how to play on Chamber and watch him play live. Guy said he look at the game in a different angle. Lol. Nice, good job, Tweenix. Good, helping people out.
Your footsteps on
Getting
mid.
someone to watch you is the best thing ever. I got semi-pro CSGO player to watch me play. Nice, Toka. Oh, best feeling ever. I think there's one hell.
That person mid, careful.
One enemy remaining.
Yo, Soup, what's up, bro? I can't believe you were in my game on that game, bro. And you know what's fucked up, Soup? When we were winning 11-9 on Icebox, our teams just completely just went to shit mentally. Everybody was just... And I was popping off that game too. Your Jet was talking shit to me that game, I remember. Soup. Yeah, I didn't know either. I didn't know either. That was so jokes. I didn't see until the day... Oh, sorry. I'm talking to Chat. I didn't know until the day after.
Nice. Oh fuck.
Yeah, the Jet was, bro. That guy was talking so much shit to me.
What the fuck? My fucking shit disconnected.
Your keyboard?
Yes.
That's so unlucky. You disconnected out in the open.
Like just completely turned off for a second. I was loose.
Bro, I play against your duo all the time. 2002 Arcura RSX, that guy, bro. I play that guy like 3, 4, 5 times a week. Oh, what a whiff. You have smoke, you can smoke for them. Smoke the bomb, smoke the bomb. So there you gotta smoke the bomb. So that way she can make a play. She'll go in the smoke, tap the bomb or stick it or whatever she plays it accordingly. Yeah, I see him like, I'm not like either he's with you or solo queuing, but like I always play. I think I play against him like every time. I don't think I've ever had him on my team. I'm always against him though.
Dead or mid. One hell.
Watch her out. 3, 2, 1.
One off. One off.
Start flooding out. Start flooding out.
Watch.
Good decay.
40.
Oh no.
Oh my god, we almost got reverse aced.
Gun here.
So
That's actually wow.
there, I know you don't play a lot of clove, but you could have used your decay there as well. Decay is a very, very strong tool to, not only is it a deterrent, as in a stall, push them back, it also, you know, lowers their HP. It's easier to kill them, right?
Yeah.
They become more fragile, is the word I'm looking for. So you know how they're both pillar? You should just chuck that shit pillar and then they have to make a decision. Am I gonna stand in this decay coming or move out of the way? And if they move out of the way, they're dead. If they stand in the molly, it's an advantage to you guys. So it's like a win-win.
Mid one.
Sorry guys, I'm trying to read this chat, but it's a lot. I had the #1 ranked player and the Cypress give me advice. One thing I learned the most is keeping the enemy. My biggest mistake after getting a frag, I just pushed the direction of getting a kill instead of staying mysterious. Yes. The pathing. Yes. Because when you shock the enemy. Yes. Element of surprise. You already have the advantage if you push when they already know. Yep. This is something I teach my students too. Don't just take the normal pathing. Switch it up. Yep. You're right, Tolka. I even played with him on my alt. He was listening to how I called everything. I was even trying to work here. It was a fair show. WWW. So I think the positioning there was quite bad from you. You're male. It's like a one and done area spot location. I'd like you to be more right side wall. You know, you're on the like male side, in directly in male, coming lower down into mid.
Yeah.
Stay in male. Stay right side on heaven on that little slanted angled part. The raise is looking.
Oh, this one?
No, the other one. In heaven. Be heaven. You know the angle you can hold male from be heaven?
Yeah.
Yeah. To Raise's left. Where Raise's his left. Where he's looking to
Yeah,
his left.
yeah,
That
yeah,
corner.
yeah,
Like play more there. So let's fast rotate. Smoke ramps too. Heaven here. Right where you are.
Like this?
Yep. You can play in that smoke. You can wait out.
Spike planted.
There's two of them.
Yeah, there's lurking. So as soon as you die to the Cypher, you should pick that up. Rat. He's a lurker. He's able to lurk and he likes to lurk. Okay, so now we can start sitting mid, waiting for him.
Yeah, he's gone mid every round.
Yeah, he's gone mid like pretty much every round. So. Wait, Parks, have you reached to reacted
As soon
against
as you
the
got the
I did.
opportunity to,
I did 5. I'm gonna do more tonight after I play. Hi, May. Fell asleep. I fell asleep. What did I miss? What rank are you coaching? Ascendant. We were playing. I was playing earlier, but now I'm coaching. We got 2 students today. This one and one more. We got a console player. Actually, after he's a
Cypher cam as well.
soon to be console pro. Actually, so that's his goal.
Hey, drone on B.
So that's always a fun one. It's a VOD review, so it's not gonna be a live session. It's gonna be one game. How was your nap, May? How was your nap?
Watch out for Cypher on mid.
That's not bad. Don't be.
How was the console pro scene and non-existent?
Both mid.
Both mid.
Where's it going now?
Oh, male. Both mid.
Okay. Nice.
So you, pillar, call it.
Wow.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. The angle you took was a little bit bad. All you had to do was wait in male, as in not expose yourself. Right, we know they're mid. You know they're mid. They're coming up. Just play safe.
Let's just play
Talk.
Retake my ult.
You know, hide. You don't necessarily. I'm not saying you can never take a fight or always take a fight, but sometimes it's best to just give it up, and then, you know, use the numbers later on the retake or whatnot. Because you kind of just swung into 2 of them and they killed you twice.
Cypher's up. I couldn't even see him. Fucking drone exploded.
Player standing.
So what can we take away? What's their style as a whole? Are they a straight up commit type team?
No, they
No,
haven't.
they're not. Good.
They've
Good
only committed on A.
Yeah, they are a fucking pussy team. As in, they start here and then they're going here and here. They're running around. They're trying to outplay you guys in terms of movement. Okay, so you gotta have to account for space slightly better. Like as in managing the team too, not you specifically, but you gotta tell your team to manage space a little bit better.
Race, you wanna go try to kill this Cypher?
You just gotta be a bit more patient.
Yeah, I can nade right side.
Like just throw your nade and push him back. You can push
I'm
him.
gonna flash for you guys.
I saw you play, and then about right near the end
You
of
just
the
want me to
last one, I
instant
fell
stuff?
asleep. Man, did you guys get bad teammates? Yeah, we did. A little bit unlucky. We went two,
Not me, brother.
three, two. Wait, I think we went 1 for 3.
Spike down. Mid.
Reyna's playing his left side.
Just chill. Smoke it off. Smoke it off.
Stay alive, stay alive.
One enemy remaining.
He's in sewer.
You just smoke off sewer. Just smoke off sewer. Gotta use these utilities as like a tool to gain advantage. If you smoke off sewer there, what is he gonna do? It's like his only option is to walk out to smoke, run out to smoke, and all you have to do is hold it. And he won't know where you are too. It adds also an element of surprise. So
No, that was a pretty good call.
overall, pretty good round. Good kills on mid.
Shite, I lost my pet rock.
I'm mid again. And B. Mid B.
No little smoke there. So go B, run B.
Smoke mid.
Look at the minimap.
Oh, they're on it. They're on B. They're on B.
I would just smoke main, hold a second smoke for the bomb. Okay, so tell them I'm
I
smoking
will
main, guys.
Retake, just chill.
They're playing.
Spike planted.
Oops, I was talking to myself.
Rush mid, rush mid.
Remaining.
Nice, good run. Whoops, that's my bad. I was talking to you the whole time while you were rotating. I was muted. But what I said was, I would like you to smoke main and then have the second smoke for the bomb. And then I just told you as well while I was muted. I was like, tell them you're gonna smoke main, but I was muted, so that's my bad. But yeah, and I'll reason with you. So why I'm telling you to hold a second smoke for the bomb? Can you try to identify? It's very simple. You should know.
It's easy for them to defuse.
Yeah, for your it helps your teammates, give them a layer of protection. They don't really know what the hell's going on. If you guys are halving it, sticking it, right? It forces them to play into the smoke, especially in like a 1v1 situation, and your teammates can play off that well. So, and that's what happens a lot of times. So, but you smoke backside. So you can anchor here or leave. It's fine. They're going to be.
I mean, he's already up to V.
Yeah. They're probably out.
Smoke, man.
Yep, and then save one for the bomb.
Fine.
It's gonna be close here.
Back up, back up.
Oh, wait, not yet. When you guys are coming out.
Yeah.
As in you guys have start coming out, killing, then you start smoking. Like now. Nice.
Backside.
Backside pillar. One in the smoke.
Backside pillar. Could be inside the smoke.
Yeah, he
he's
is.
out the. How did not see him?
Our Raze is unaware.
Yeah,
Our
I
Raze
saw
is
him.
unaware.
I mean, even I saw him there.
Yeah, even
Fucking-
me.
You want
Last
object?
round in the half.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. I've been playing, like, whenever I've been playing recently, like
Mhm.
team deathmatch, comp, whatever. I've been playing while, like, right after I ripped my cart, and I feel like I played better every single time.
It's a little bit of a placebo. Like weed, yeah, it will make you more focused when you play. It'll bring out that focus, but long term, it's gonna fall off. Cause like think about it, a guy high versus a guy sober, like who reacts faster? It's obviously a guy sober, right? So
Yeah.
Mid.
it's a little bit of a placebo.
Probably mid.
But you feel good. Trust me, I played high a lot too. 2 mid.
Two are mid. Clothing, tail.
No charges.
So we wait. Oh,
Enemy remaining.
mid.
Oh shit, I'm cooked.
How the fuck is he there? That's fine. Still be 2.
It's all good.
Oh, now it's a 1v1.
Last player standing.
Now he's going back A.
He's gonna run back to it. Yeah.
Not even be surprised if he's already here holding vents. Raises blind as fuck. Weed develops schizophrenia. Yep, it does. Studies on that. Weed is very bad. I smoked a lot of weed my whole life, so I know. I only played Friday, but after our session, I cut back on it, at least for when I want to get on the game, and def was helped my reaction, but
Oh,
no
you
so
went
much
B.
my tilting. Yeah, that's what I
30
noticed, Soup.
seconds left.
Like, playing high, you're going to be calm. Like, you're not going to tilt high, you're relaxed, but the reaction time is slower. So it's like a trade-off, right? If you're sober, you're going to be agitated, especially if you're going through withdrawal, you're going to be annoyed, agitated, but your reaction time is really good, right? Trust me, I play it high a lot too, and I used to a lot. These things not as much, but
Oh my.
there's a big difference. Trust me, there's a fucking big difference.
Oh.
When and especially, it's hard to play late night when you're high. When you're sober, it's easy. You feel normal, but when you're high, you're so exhausted. Okay, good half, good half. Decent half.
Switching sides.
Okay, so let's try to make some plans here. Be creative.
Yeah, hello?
Yep, hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I was saying that in your chat.
I mean, you don't even need to say what's up to get a response. You just tell them, guys, we're doing this. Boom, boom, boom. They'll all listen. If they don't,
Raze, you wanna go down sewer? You can go mid.
if they know, if they want to know, they'll ask you, hey, what'd you say? They'll say that shit. But they're listening. Trust me, these guys are listening. Yeah, unfortunately, I've
to
smoked
B.
basically every day for the past, I don't know, 10 years. Me
Cypher,
too,
you
Soup.
can
We're in the
watch
same
main.
category. I hate it now, but I've been smoking more than 15 years. I hate it now, but I swear I can't sleep, I can't eat, I can't do nothing without it. I'm gonna be honest, Soup. You're addicted. That's a mental and physical addiction, by the way. You gotta get through not doing it. And
So
low
fast.
elo people are waiting for that IGL on their team. Yep, I agree, Tweenix. And this elo,
Run a raptor.
still waiting for that IGL because people are so clueless.
Go
Nice.
sewer.
Good trade, good trade. They got your trade.
Spike down B.
So here, we tell them how long until smoke.
Another one heaven, another one heaven.
Last CT. Last CT. Last CT.
Just tell them, guys, smoke at 20.
Going up heaven.
So good 20.
Yeah, that's all you say. It helps them kind of like, you know what is up. Nice. Good job. Dude, trust me, I was addicted to
So when they
weed.
die because something's not
for a long
smoked off,
time.
they know.
Sorry, what'd you say?
I said so whenever they die
Yep.
because something's not smoked off, they know not to yell at me.
Sure.
But people whine.
You just gotta go cold turkey Soup. That's all it is. Gotta take it day by day. Honestly, I've quit multiple times. Like, it took long breaks, like months break.
Bulldog.
And bro, the benefits is so outweigh. Even me now, I'm starting to cut back a lot. Even in February, March, I wasn't smoking at all. Lately, I've been smoking a lot because it was my birthday, and then I got back into the habit. It's bad. I'm back addicted to it, but.
One site.
Oh, substance addiction is bad. Gambling addiction is really bad too.
Trying to bait him. Good jet.
One enemy remaining.
Get him.
Flawless.
Trying to get him to come in the jet.
Oh, that's amazing. At one time, but
So washed.
All good, all good. Just focus on the comms, okay? And the overall gameplay. Fuck the kills. Your role is to smoke them off and really be aware and be vigilant.
He blind the
Let's do the same thing. Fast.
I'm saying all this while packing a bowl, but I just had my first 2-week break from it.
Fast main.
smoking
Let's go
less
main. Let's go main.
THC and less
Race.
in general. Hopefully soon we'll be done it all. You know what I noticed, Soup, me included. A lot of the weed heads, bro. They always say, yeah, I'm quitting, I'm stopping. They never do. They just always continue to smoke. You gotta really stop.
105 on Teo ECT. ECT's 1 HP.
Player standing. Enemy remaining.
Oh!
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Good
That's
clutch.
insane.
Good clutch. See, Soup, I know, man. Trust me. You know how I know? I said the same thing. Like, I'm quitting. Might as well just keep smoking. I know how it is to be addicted to weed. Trust me. I
No,
think
it's
so.
fast, man.
Do you have headaches when you try to smoke? Nah, me, I honestly don't get too many withdrawals besides
We could do a split if
agitation.
you want.
I get really agitated and frustrated. That's it. Like, I'll get angry a little
Oh,
bit.
so good, man.
Because I'm like not high, right? Because you're so used to being high all the time. When you're not high, you get agitated, you get angry. You don't feel kind of good.
Why does she keep on fucking doing that?
So plant open
Place
here,
for
plant open. Good.
Yep.
Good.
Please.
Tolka, don't do it. Don't do it. Like seriously, don't do it. Don't ever do it. Like it's the worst thing that can ever happen in your life. It's like a long-term disease. That's how you have to look at it. It's not like a short-term bad thing, but long-term, it's like your life will be just GG. And people don't understand the effects you have early on go away. That like feeling good.
Oh my god, he's there too.
Those like the dopamine, the how long it lasts, all that stuff ends up getting polarized. You don't feel good. You feel, you feel paranoid. Like all those good feelings go away after 10 years of smoking. Like you don't get that same high.
Sacred, you want to lurk mid?
Whoever said that shit wasn't addicting, Def didn't smoke long enough. Yep. What helped one of my friends from weed addiction is getting an app to show you how much money you spent. Yeah, it's expensive too, especially here in Canada. I don't know where you guys are from, but pre-rolls here in Canada, like, cause everyone goes to, it's legal here, right? Everyone goes to the dispensaries buy pre-rolls. It's fucking expensive. 1 gram pre-roll is like 15, 20 bucks. Like, it's crazy. Yeah, that's what it is. It's so expensive. Yeah, that instant gratification as well.
Come back, Kevin.
Good. I like the way you feel that.
Yo, raise, bro.
I would have maybe tried it in a different spot.
I thought Raze was holding that. I saw her
Well,
looking heaven.
he can't though. He's rafters, right? Like look at this angle. Cypher can see you, but the Raze can't really peek him. Unless he's like on an off angle. Oh my god!
This guy is
Oh
insane.
my god, this Clove's a bot. This Clove's actually a bot.
Why'd you just start running straight, knowing you're right, dude? I'm so confused.
I think overall your smoke usage is very good. Like the placements of smoke and the timings of the smokes are pretty good.
I'm gonna get this orb, but I'm just gonna
Obviously, there's not a lot going on. You're playing smokes, right? That's kind of comes with the role. There's not much going on. You just throw smokes and die a lot, and just you can lurk. And you're not really going in first.
I'll wait for you.
I would like this heaven smoke a little tighter though. Tighter, yeah, like that. Good. This is how. You can even run in. You have ult. Just run in.
Oh, it's
Here.
Nice, good round.
I'm gonna OB.
Match point.
Alright. Let's just use all of our ults here.
Yeah. Watch out for tail.
Just run in. Just be super hyper aggressive. These are the times you can be really aggressive with Clove when you have ult. Just fucking just W key. Yeah, I didn't even get high now. I just like needed. Yeah, bro. Soup, trust me. I know how you like. You'll even smoke it, and you'll be like, "Why am I smoking? I don't want to be high," but you keep smoking, getting high. That's like that physical addiction. But like mentally, you're like, "Why am I doing this? Like, I don't need it. I know it's bad, but you just keep doing it."
117 on Teo, he's
Spent 400
right.
a month, bro. I probably spent way more than 400 a month.
He has 1 HP as well.
And also, another bad thing about smoking weed long term is the memory. Your short term memory gets chalked.
Oh yeah, we win.
Last one 120, right? Nice, GG.
Doesn't matter anyway. You guys.
Okay, instantly Q. This game was a little bit of a stomp. Not much sure. I'll get through these notes a little bit. Right. Post plant scenarios needs to smoke bomb for the team. Even on that one on B, it was too early. What you need to do is you smoke it when you're out. Or like let's say we killed two people on site, then we smoke it, right? Or you die and then you smoke it, right? But you smoked it before coming out. It kind of became a site smoke for that tail. You know how the tail was in there, right? So
Yeah.
it kind of was actually helping them in some way. So I would like you to smoke the bomb when you guys are out, or kill them and then you guys are out, whatever. Or you died and then kind of read the room and then smoke. Not an instant bomb smoke. The next note is work on better positioning. He's being caught out in the open. This was early mid, near the end, not really happening. Early mid happened a lot on defense, right? Middle, on male, heaven, on A. Obviously, that one was your keyboard disconnecting. Even then, there's other times on A it happened as well. So again, you're playing like a duelist. What you need to do when you're playing smokes is being safer, more discipline in a way. It requires more discipline because it's not about holding an angle and killing people. It's about playing smart, staying up because that's your role. It's really important that you're alive because if you die on A or on B, right, and they go to the opposite side, can you smoke for them? No,
No.
you can't. You can't do nothing, and they need your smokes for the retake, for the post plant. They just need it. And I actually watched a short the other week, last week, and they were interviewing VCT players, all smokes players, and they were asking them like a bunch of questions, and they said smokes is very hard because you can never die. And pro play, they're talking about pro play. They're like, you always got to be the last alive. That's what they're saying. They're like, you got to bait, you got to hard bait, you get to hard bait. That's what they were saying. It was a Mind Freak and a bunch of other pros, APAC pros interview, and they're all saying the same stuff. That you gotta stay alive. It's really important that you don't die on smokes. You gotta be AFK in some way, shape, or form. So just soak that in when you do play smokes, okay? That's a note for when you play smokes. The next thing is needs to utilize smoking things off situationally. Not the bomb, but that mid time. Last guy's sewer. All you have to do is smoke off the sewer, and now he's in a disadvantage. He has to walk out, run out the smoke. You know he's there. He doesn't know you're there. He doesn't know where you are outside the smoke. He doesn't know if you're left, right, centered, in the smoke, right? So be more aware of this when you're playing smokes to smoke things off, especially when you guys are holding as a team or multiple people, or it's an angle that's very hard to hold. Smoke it off for your team, for yourself, for whoever. Okay? The next note is use decay more situationally and positionally. So, for example, defense, when we're retaking on B, you should have thrown it on pillar. That's situationally. Because it would have made them either sit in it or leave, and they would have died because everybody's holding. And then positionally, as in on defense or an attack, is to clear space, to deter them or clear or stuff like that. So that's that. That's all your notes. Overall, I think the game, you're shooting quite well. God, and last thing I wrote was gotta focus on your comps, bro. Focus on the comps. Talk. I'm not saying yeah, just feed info. I don't care what else you talk about. Just feed info. Every small detail.
Oh, there's three there.
You should run back, run back.
Yes, bro. I lose my phone and shit all the time. Yep. Trust me. Even me. When I first started coaching, I was coming off withdrawal, so my memory was. You'll see it in the VODs if you watch the old VODs. I'm just like stuttering, repeating myself. Can't even remember my train of thought because I was on withdrawal. So I was like, I couldn't really my brain was like. My only addiction was porn addiction. Stop porn now. Bro, porn addiction is just as bad too. Jacking off every day is really bad for your brain as well. Just anything involving dopamine and overstimulating is really bad. Addiction in that is just bad. Okay, this round, your wall was terrible. You got a wall where it's walling screens off. Or there's a wall where you can angle it where it's screens and rafters. What did you say?
I've never played.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, so I'm just trying to tell you, it's just make sure that it's like it's vertical to where you are, not horizontal. Yeah, like
Oh,
that.
so, like,
You
it's
could even
like-
do it from mid. There's a wall where you can do screens and rafters cut off. It's like angled. It'll be like a 20% degree angle from mid. It's when the round starts. You gotta do it when the round starts. But this wall is just a straight up screens wall. Yeah, like that.
Just like that.
Top right, top right.
The only thing that helped me is when you read and research different sites that actually go against what you're engaging
You
with.
wanna
Yeah,
you wanna do a free hit?
Kill him.
Nice smoke in this one.
Last player standing.
88 euro heaven.
That's so fucked.
Yeah, a little bit scuffed. It's fine. Just eco.
Honestly, I think a re-hit would have been good
Yeah,
there.
that would have been nice too. Or simple rotation would probably would have worked too. Overall, good
80
good eco.
euro,
We killed
88
3,
euro,
so
actually.
it's actually one of them.
Enemy remaining.
Oh, the one tap was needed. Sure, good eco.
Let's go, you guys.
Yep. So generally, they like to you've already experienced a lot of Vipers wall mid, right? Or mid to save the wall or put it up wherever they're going.
Yeah.
And I see a lot of good Vipers. They'll sit mid. They'll literally lock it down middle.
Spike down B.
Oh my god.
80.
One's garage. One's to your left. Yeah, Plu, you can put hashtag student. Like that. Go away.
Okay, both
So
are
the
B,
other
both are
two-
B.
I would go away. I would go away. Yep.
Hit 80 on
You
Sova.
should plan in the open.
Yep, both coming spawn.
Actually, right there. That's better.
Be
One
careful.
enemy remaining.
Never mind. That's
He's
fine.
so
That's-
ready. What is that?
He's holding, he's holding, he's holding.
Yeah, I know.
It's gonna be rafters. Oh, it's mid. Never mind. Good round. Okay, good lurk. There's a small detail there when you kill the clove. What did you see him doing? Where is he looking?
Listen here.
He was looking on site, and he was in a position where it looks like he doesn't know. He's not
Yeah, he's slow
unsure.
walking.
Yeah, and he's just looking at site. If he knew, he wouldn't be looking like that, holding. So that was that small
Fake A,
detail
go
where,
B.
before they even told me both were on B, I already knew A was free off that detail. That means she's the anchor. Like last guy, really holding that down.
Yeah. Let's finish B here.
I think the jig is up.
Honestly, somebody that's been smoking weed every day for the
The
last
jig is
15 years,
He's pushing.
like 17 years. I've been starting smoking weed when I was 12 years old.
Alright, running back.
No,
Because
it's
my older
mainly
brother,
one
but
kitchen.
yeah, it's
Top
not.
seven,
It's not
15.
good. It's not good. It's really bad. Smoking weed is the worst thing you can do to your life. It's probably ruined
drop
my
that?
life in many ways.
He's kind of pulling across into.
Snowman, Jet.
Yours gonna be one.
I think you saw one snowman, by the way.
One's becoming orange.
No, I have an alarm bot for.
Said
It's a
orange.
little bit of an overheat, but
No.
Player
Oh
standing.
god.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm gonna be kind of honest. It's a little bit on you. Like you should have just talked to danger, that area where you were killed. You were just talk, man. Stay alive.
I mean, even so, it's a 3v2.
Doesn't matter, but you started it. You shouldn't have died. You should be holding. You have space. You gave it all up by dying. That's what you have to understand. It's not really on your teammates. They were put in that position because of you. That's how you have to think about it. If you just stayed up in danger and held, even though you got a Yoru, if you just stayed there 4v3, like they have a lot of trouble coming out. But once you die, they start flooding. That's what happened.
Get out of my way.
Oh shit.
3.
Backside screens. Two screens. One more screen.
120 on Silva.
Both screens.
Last player standing. Down. One enemy remaining.
Oh, that's sure. Okay, how many are they playing on A? Let's use your protocol a little bit.
Three.
You're just autopilot playing. Let's think. Let's talk to them.
Playing 3 on A.
Sure, 3 on A. So what does that mean? What can we do? How can we use that against them?
We could go mid.
We can go mid. We
You
can
guys
go
wanna play
fake.
mid to
We
B?
can slam B. We can run rehits. We can do whatever the fuck we want on them. But you gotta think to and really engage to use these stuff. Can't autopilot playing just. And I get it. You don't play Viper, but still. Yeah, you get desensitized to it. Your tolerance goes up. The amount of time your high reduces, so you gotta smoke more for the same amount of high. Stuff like that.
I'm playing.
They're both A players. I would take Snowman here.
Under tube.
Wall is a little bit. Just go Snowman. Go to the left. Just talk. Just control the space.
One enemy remaining.
That's it. He heard you, by the way. He didn't hear you. It's not planning for both of you. You got someone needs to make a play on it.
It's fine, he's not on it yet, and I have Molly.
It's clearing yellow. It's clearing main. Yellow, very standard. Good round, good lurk. Wall was a little bit bad.
Yeah, I was gonna do that for Snowman.
Yep.
Still bad either way, but
It's fine, it's fine.
we should fake A, finish B again.
Sure. It will likely work. It will likely work.
Do I have to attach legs to the spine?
Oh, that was so unlucky. Tell them to go B. Just tell them both
80
A,
on your
both A,
right.
both A.
Go B, go B. They're both on A. Both A and yours hit 80.
Remaining.
TP it back. That's on spawn. He TP'd. Nice. Good round. Okay, look what happened.
No, Yoru has
You didn't even use too much of the
Yes,
protocol,
he put it in,
and
like-
we just start winning rounds. Because instead of just running it down, you just, you know, there's some, I'm not saying a lot of plan, but there's at least a little bit more thinking involved.
Yeah. If we take B, I could use my ult.
out of here.
Track them down.
Just slow walk up till when we make contact.
Oh, she's in there. Next one. She just got
Behind me.
A little bit more to the left. Yep, right there.
no.
You should also.
Two underside.
So I think once you ulted, right? You know how you came back? I think you should have went left. That's the time to take that aggressive line when you ulted there. Is to go left there.
They're
And then
spraying that shit.
and start walking backside. And you would have probably killed
Go
two.
B again. I'm dice or ult someone.
Are we
I think they want to go
are we
B.
finishing B here? Are we all committing B?
Go B, go B, go B. Tell them.
Let's go B.
Just run, just run. They could be pushing out A as well. God, bro.
Spike down B.
You got Sova.
One enemy remaining. Last player standing.
Didn't expect him to be there.
Yeah. A little bit of a flank there. All good.
Go, go, go.
The planning needs to be slightly better. Okay. You should set up these plays instead of doing it in the moment. Should have set it up pre-run. Guys, we're gonna start A and B. I want this guy here, this guy there. Do this, this. I'll do this. Right? Especially at this level, you gotta do that, or everyone's gonna start wandering off like they did. Nobody knows what to do. Nobody
Yes,
cares.
over you there, bro?
King of throw.
I'm just kind of stuck there. Let's just push A. Push.
I have ult. Just wait. Literally, just wait.
Stop it, stop it.
Spike down.
Okay, what's the problem there? Very simple.
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me? What's the problem there?
Yeah. KJ.
No, I'm saying, what's the problem that you did?
Yeah. KJ said just wait, and I pushed.
Yeah, that's a part of it. You peeked, saw the jet. We knew I knew he has an op. You should know he has an op as well, and you just peeked him. Like, you're dead, right? These aren't plat players where you're gonna kill them. These guys can shoot back, especially with an op. You're instantly dead. You have to understand that. So, gotta be a bit disciplined there. You're just free peeking, ego peeking for no reason. You're a smokes player. You gotta be up. You gotta play your life. You can bait as the smokes player. You're allowed to.
They're just scared. Like all my teammates are scared.
So
to
then
push.
tell them,
none of them are
communicate.
pushing.
Nobody's communicating them to go in. You need to be that guy. Tell them, go in, guys. Like right now, tell him go, go, go.
3 backside.
Yo, let's go.
Wide right, wide right, wide right.
Okay, and that's something I do in my games. Even if I'm not a duelist or a duelist, I tell them, guys, take it, go. That's usually exactly how I say it. Take it, guys, go, 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 go. I just start yelling, go, 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 and everybody starts running it in. Because that I have identified we can take it. Right, so you gotta focus on your communication. You're lacking on 50% of your gameplay, which is the comps. Gotta focus on communicating. I know, I get it. You don't play Clove, you don't play Viper, but still, it's not an excuse. You're playing Valorant. You're 5th man. You're 5th of the team. They need you to talk. Okay, it's important. It's really the only thing for you. So you don't do it consistently. Gotta be doing it high level, consistent all the time.
Yo, it's going quicker. Come on.
Yes. Just yell at them.
You're back.
Look at them. They just start running in. So here, you just play your life. Just go belt. It's planning for you. Just play your life. They're all there. Two rafter, one screen.
One enemy remaining. One enemy remaining.
Alright, good round. Like, it wasn't that much of a difference, but it was a difference. Like, you saying just go fast, and they just all start running in, start scaling, right? But if you don't say anything, look what happened. They're all defaulting hard, waiting. Nobody. This is how you have to look at it. If nobody is talking, making calls, you gotta automatically deem yourself the leader, the captain of the ship. Like I told you, you gotta be the captain, but you're not even deeming yourself the captain. You're also falling into their boat, which is you're looking for a leader. Be the leader. I've taught you this from the beginning. Be the leader. This is a life skill. It's not just a Valorant skill. Right? Be assertive. Have a voice. Put your 2 cents in. It's really important, especially at this level. It's even more important now. In Plant, I could be lenient. These guys don't listen. They don't talk. They fucking talk in this elo. Okay, you're in the low immortal elo. They're all gonna be speaking.
Some up mid.
Careful too.
He's in tube. Stuck.
Yeah, they shocked our team. Planning B.
Planning.
They got your trade.
Reyna yellow.
Ah, he's here now.
So there. We'll talk after the
One's
round.
wrapping kitchen.
Wait.
Player standing.
Oh
Whoa.
my god, what did I just see? Okay, the problem there was you're a little bit unaware. Like, you're aware that you know he's there, but
Top side.
the decision making was like a bit slow. Right? He's stuck too. You gotta run down at him, throw the molly earlier, or jump down and then wrap him. But you just kind of like sat there jiggling him. It took like 10 seconds to do something. That guy needs to be dead immediately, especially if all the team is there. He needs to be dead. I'm Ascendant and I got matched up with 2 plat 2 players. This is just retarded. Yep. Also, Jet wouldn't even push 2. He would have just stayed there. Yep. I'll show you a different wall. There's a wall from screens that you can do. Lucky. So the wall for A is you right here. You see where Killjoy is? You sit there and then you wall from there, so it doesn't cut off mid.
Wall up, wall up, wall up. Oh, you're dead.
Let's get the wall up. Oh, wait, they can win.
Wasn't this guy mid? Didn't he trigger the bot?
Wait, bomb.
No.
Wait, he's in our spawn already? Oh my god. Okay, what can we take away this from?
Walked up mid, lost 2 rounds.
Besides
they
the
did.
result. the information we can store, which is Reyna is lurking. Okay, not what our
So
teammate
good.
did wrong. It's more we gotta store what they're doing, their tendencies. So they lurk. This Reyna's a lurker. So when she's missing, we can assume she's lurking. So we gotta account for space better too.
Okay.
Yep, 2 more.
Nice try. So that wall you should put up at the start of the round on A as well.
Oh shit. Is there any way to get this shit back?
No. There's no way to get it back, my friend.
I really did not mean to click.
Yeah, I know. It's fine. Yeah, Viper is definitely a very hard agent.
And so use it. Look at that. I'm gonna anchor. Right there.
Sure. You could even take space.
They're up.
1 HP, Jet. 1 bullet. Jet style.
Wow. Just had to reload at the perfect time.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a rough game. I'm not gonna lie, because it's a attack-sided map. We lost attack. Pistol was huge as well. It would have been tie game. A little bit of the momentum has slipped a long time ago. Yes, sir. Tolka nigga.
Yeah, what is this Viper wall?
What's wrong with that wall?
It's terrible. To be honest, it's bad. Because when you put the wall up, you're walling off the turret. The turret won't be able to watch mid.
Coming B. Alright.
Call it, default.
Their default?
Your default.
Reyna's on default.
Enemy remaining.
This guy was
Oof, if they lose this, it's
Get out of my way.
Jumping up.
Oh my god, that jet is something else. Okay, it's actually winnable. If we get 4 rounds in a row, it's actually not so bad. Okay, but I know it's hard because you put you specific. No,
this
go
a good
down,
Viper warrior?
go to screens. Where Killjoy is right now. Walk down,
Right.
walk. W. Okay, and then go right to this barrier, to the barrier. Right here.
Yep,
Yep, and
yep.
then right here, and then yep. Yep, that's a better wall. This wall will wall when they're coming in.
Placing alarm bot. Placing swarm grenade.
So they're gonna be. Such a winnable game, yeah, I agree. They just need 4 rounds together and it's super winnable. So put your wall.
Fuck. Not bad, brother.
80 Jet. 1 top side.
Man.
80 Jet main.
Last player standing.
What the fuck? Okay, it's actually a really winnable game. Really winnable game. Super winnable. Okay, one thing I'll touch on now, we're gonna touch at the end, is that Viper is a very communication heavy agent. Why do you think that is? There's a reason.
She's the smokes.
Yeah, but besides that, what specifically? Okay, I'll tell you. Is because she needs to tell the teammates the wall's going down and going up. How many Vipers have you seen where they tell you going up? It's going down, guys. How many?
I barely ever see that.
Really? That's hard to kind of believe because that's almost every Viper player I meet. They usually say wall going down, wall going up, especially in this elo. So call what you hear.
Coming fast.
You're on me.
In our spawn.
Player standing.
You got lineups.
A little bit of a tough game.
I'm not the only one playing like shit.
Match point.
I mean, still. It's not about playing shit, it's you're not really playing with them. I don't care if you're 5 and 30 and you're playing with them and communicating, feeding info and making plan. I'd be like, great game. But like, you know, even if you drop 30 and 10 and you didn't do those things, I'd be like, shit game, bro. You just literally just played by yourself. And that's what I look for, and that's what's important. You gotta focus on this stuff, bro.
Yeah.
The communication is really bad. I never knew it's this bad. Struggles a lot. Coming right side. Jail. Okay, and I'll ask you, what's so hard with communicating all the time? Let's try to break it down.
I don't know, honestly. It's just every time sometimes I feel like I shouldn't, or like I'm not able to.
Why? Why do you
Just
feel
because
that
of where
way?
I'm at on the board. Like right now, I'm at the bottom. It's like,
Would they do that in a SWAT team? Oh, this guy's the weakest link, so he doesn't get to talk.
no.
So then, there's no excuse. You gotta talk. Your place on the scoreboard does not mean you can talk or not talk. It's illogical. It does not make any sense. Call
What B? There's two. Shit. Yeah, they're fast. Fast B.
Danger.
It's two yellow. One's up.
Yep, I agree, guys. I agree. Tolka and Soup, definitely agree to what you guys are saying. This is something I preached to him forever, from the beginning. Watch all the sessions. You know, all the VODs are there with him. I tell him the same stuff every session. It's just comms, bro. Comms. Think. Identify. Nice. So even there, okay, communication is terrible, bro. You're like, they're here. What does that mean to you? What does that mean? What does they're here mean? What is that?
I don't know.
Right. How is anybody supposed to know? How? What am I? I don't. When I hear that, I'll be like, whoa, what does that mean? 5 people? 4 people? 2 people? Is my dead grandmother there? What does that mean? They're here, and so you gotta be specific.
I did say there was 2 here.
After, you gotta say that immediately. 2 here, guys. You shouldn't say they're here. You should say 2. It's a jet, Viper, Yoru. You gotta call them out. It's important. Because then your teammates can process that information on who is there and what does that mean. If they don't see smokes on B, they're not going B, right? Soup knows, man. If you aren't certain, you talk impossibilities. You say 2, 3, could be 4. It's a lot. It's a lot. I hear 2 to 4, 1 to 5 is better than saying they're here, even though it's just as bad. At least it's trying to be somewhat specific and detailed. fast and easy.
He's gonna push y'all.
Spike planted. Last player standing.
Let's try.
Yo, Viper, how much was the account?
Attackers win.
Okay. So, and this is something you're gonna experience not because you played bad. It's because you're not playing up to their standard. That's what you have to understand. And to play up to people's standard is to communicate. Okay, I'm gonna be really honest. You gotta
I
communicate.
mean,
Gotta talk.
they didn't say like a
It
single word the whole game,
doesn't.
too.
No, that's not true. They communicated way more than you. You're the only time you're communicating is when you are dead. That's honestly the wrong time to communicate. You gotta be communicating when they're up. And you can't blame, and I'm not blaming you solely for losing this game, but I'm here to help you improve, right? And for your pathing of improvement needs in communication. You specifically. I can't tell this to every student. Not everybody struggles with comms, even though it's very common. And if anything, I tell them, guys, you got to focus on your comms. They try to at least fix it, improve it. And with you, I'm gonna be brutally honest, not to bash on you or anything, has been a problem from the beginning. I even said on the stream while I was muted, I was like, he's had to work on comms. I brought up this point since the beginning, almost the beginning. Okay, maybe from session 2, 3. I'm like, focus on your comms, feed them info, feed them info. Okay, you're super aware now. You think about the game a little bit differently. You're quicker. You can understand pathing. Those are the things you didn't do, but you're not working on communication. And I even asked questions to not see if you're stupid, to see where you were. I wanted to see what you were thinking about communication. And I asked you, what's so hard with communicating? You're like, well, the place on the board, I'm not allowed to talk. It's not true. I even told you many times before in this session in itself. I said, I don't care how you're doing. Communicate, engage. I tell that to all my students. That's the best way to lock the fuck back in, play with the team, show the team that you're of value. If you sit there doing nothing, especially when you're playing bad, especially when you're playing poorly and you're doing nothing, not talking, not communicating, not feeding info, don't give a fuck, they're just gonna think you're a noob. And look what happened. The guy's like, "How much is your account?" They think you're an account buyer the way you're playing. Obviously, you don't play Viper, so your walls were very bad. That's probably a part of why they're thinking you're an
Yeah,
account
and they
buyer.
also probably play this game 17 hours a day, too, so.
Sure, but I mean, we're here. You're a Valorant player yourself, right? We're trying to improve, right? So,
Yeah.
and I'm not here sitting trying to bash on you. You know me. I'm not trying to. I'm being real with you. I'm being 100% being honest. That's all I'm doing. You can take the information how you like. I'm not saying you're a bad player, but you're at the level now because you've increased in skill so fast that you're using your bad habits. You got to kick them out and become a new person. Communicate. Focus on your communication. Bro, you? That's all I and one more thing is all I worry about with you is your comms and your identification protocol. That's it.
I
That's
mean, I was
it.
starting to get better with it, but then I just started slipping.
Right, but that's the problem. It's the slipping. You can't you can't just be like, well, yeah, I was trying to change, but I didn't. It's like somebody that's like, yeah, I'm a drug addict. I'm trying to go clean, but I'm still using drugs. You're still a drug addict, right? And I'm not saying you are. I'm just saying it's the same thing. It's like you're saying you're trying to change, but you're not changing. And I'm not saying change drastically and become a new person. All I'm saying is put in a little bit more effort on talking. Okay, that's the easiest way for people on your team to think you're a good player. It happened in my last 2 sessions, literally yesterday and the day before. He wasn't communicating the first game, so the second game I said communicate, focus on communicating. I even helped him. I fed him the info, and he did it. They won a couple rounds together, and one of his teammates said, "Yo, bro, your comms are really good. Good comms, bro. Man, this guy's really good." And I even told him, "Look, you communicated. What happened?" He's like, "Whoa!" And he started feeling good about it. He's like, "Whoa, they respect me for talking and talking well. I'm gonna do it often." And he kept doing it by himself. And so you gotta adopt that too. And maybe we have to go backwards on this, but you gotta know and you gotta feel like you don't give a fuck on how they think you talk or how you sound or what you're saying. It shouldn't matter. And that's I'm gonna be honest right now. That is a lot of people's problems. There's a mental side of communicating. They're scared of judgment, how they sound. They don't want to get it wrong. They think they sound stupid. It shouldn't matter. Doesn't matter. Okay, they will forgive you if you made a bad call or you sound stupid or you're retarded. They will respect you if you talk all the time and try to communicate than not talking at all. At least they're like, okay, at least he's calming and trying to keep up the vibes, right? So understand that you shouldn't care how you feel because you're in your feelings. You're like, oh, I feel like I can't talk because I'm on the bottom of the board. Nobody gives a fuck. Did anybody on your team say that? Don't talk because you're on the bottom. That's the question.
No.
Nobody. Not a single person in these last 3 games. Okay? So you gotta throw that out. It's not a valid excuse. It's the worst excuse I've heard. Okay, you gotta talk. It's really important that you gotta communicate. I've taught you how to and that's what I think tilts me a bit more is that I've taught you how to do it. It's different story if you don't know how. Bro, every session I've literally given you the recipe on how to be a pro style communicator. Tell them what we see. Be specific and detailed. Feed them info across the map. Be engaging. Build rapport, synergy. As in, remember we talked about this a long time ago. Don't make them your friend. They're not your friend, even though they're random people. But make them respect you. Talk to them. Ask them, yo, what's up, guys? Build that rapport, that relationship with them, even though it's brief. Okay? It's really, 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 really important. Okay? Let's move on a little bit. Let's get through these notes. Not too many. Okay, but I'm gonna be really honest. This game was super in reach, and why we lost was a big chunk of it was communication from everybody. But you're a big problem. You're like 70% of the problem because you're on the most important role. It's smokes, and I told you as well. It's the role that needs to communicate more. How are you gonna smoke things off if they're not ready? That's a question. Will you be able to smoke things off if they're not ready? Or
No.
make sure you're supporting them properly. You just throw down smokes. Don't even ask them if they're ready. You just throw them down.
Yeah, no, they can't get anywhere with
Right.
that.
They
I
can't do
just do that.
anything. Or they're telling you, yo, we're going in, and you're not even talking to them. You're just doing your own thing. Like, bro, it's one of the most demanding roles because you gotta pay the fuck attention and also be on the same page with your team. Okay, so understand that when you play smokes, I know you're a duelist player, but I can already know why. You don't even need to tell me. I already know why you're feeling. It's because you feel like you can't do the same stuff you used to do on duelist. Is that correct? In
Yeah.
this elo, you can't play the same way you did against pledge. You can't drop 35, and there's a reason. Duelist is also another role. They're probably the second most demanding, or even the first. They're tied for the first, maybe a role that requires communication. You can't play like you did in Plat, running around dropping 35, playing by yourself. You can't. You gotta ask for utility. You gotta ask for smokes. You gotta ask if they're roadie. You gotta ask for a bunch of stuff. You gotta entry the way you want it. And to enter the way you want it is telling them how you want it, the utility. And that's probably why you're getting capped. And so understand this. This is the biggest problem you have. If you get through this, you'll be a really good player. If you don't, you'll stay the same average player, ascendant player. So focus on that a bit more. Okay, let's get on through these notes. Viper wall needs better placement. So we touched on this during the round two a little bit. You don't play Viper, so I fully understand. But if you want to play Viper, if you want to fill Viper, put a little extra effort in understanding where the walls should go. So YouTube videos, super easy. 30-second, 50-second YouTube videos of the map of the guy showing all the site smokes for Viper stuff like that. I'm not a Viper player, so I can't really teach you, but that's that. Okay, so let's move on. The next thing is stop over peeking, being too aggro in a 4v2. So this is that round, and you try to blame your teammates. Yeah, I can understand they lost a 3v2, a 2v1, or whatever, a 3v2, but you put them in that position. You're the one that started the throw, so you gotta understand that. In this game, is a momentum based game. If you die there, they start flooding out like they did and start killing even more people because they feel good. Okay, because they gain more space. They're on fire. They start rolling. How many times have you done that? Countless times I've seen you do that. You kill one, start snowballing, kill another one, kill another one, kill. Right, that's what they did because you died first. You had to just play safe there. There's no point in killing anybody. And this is something I said before last week was you got to know when and how to take a risk. When we're man up, usually I'll give you the textbook answers. Usually when you're man up, there's no need to take risk. You can throw a little bit when it's 5v2, 5v3, just one guy running it down by himself, not the whole team. But when you're man up, you just gotta stay safe. There's so much advantage in a 4v3, 4v2. Okay, so it's really important. When you're man down, that's when you do it. If that was a 2v3, I think that play was fine. But it's a 4v2. All you had to do was maintain and control space. Okay, you dying there, yes, even though it's a 1-for-1 trade, it's a benefit for you because it's a 1-for-1, but you lost control of space. That's the main thing that you're not seeing. It's invisible to a lot of people. They don't even think about it. But that's the problem. You lost the space there and they start flooding out and they use the momentum, start killing everybody. T-Base played it bad too, but still, gotta be more disciplined. It's a little bit of a duelist thing to do to over peak your smokes. Okay, let's move on. The next thing is communicate and lead and manage his team. Honestly, this game, I'm gonna be really honest with you, not many notes. Okay, these last 10 notes is all about communication. Okay, you gotta talk, man. You gotta talk. It's not that hard. If you're having trouble pressing your button on the keyboard, put it on mouse 4, your thumb. Okay, that's what I do. It's not gonna affect your aim. It really doesn't. Doesn't affect my aim at all. Okay, unless I'm in a 1v5 scenario and I'm talking and shooting, maybe then. But I instantly feed info. Instantly. Okay? I don't even take the fight. I'll rather feed the info than take a fight. You rather take the fight than feed info. That's the opposite. It's a noob. I'm not saying you're a noob. That's how noobs play. I'd rather shoot and fight than tell my teammates there's 4 here, 2 here, feed them info, and then give them, let them play accordingly off that information, which they will at the CELO because it's low immortal. They're all going to start taking space, playing accordingly, whatever it is. Got to think about this stuff a little bit more. Okay? It's really important. It's the most important thing for you. That's all you have to focus on. If you focus on your communication, you'll be a fucking Mortal 3 player so quick. But you're not. You just don't care. And that's up to you. I don't care whether I do care to some degree because you're my student. I want you to improve and get high elo and, disguise the limit type stuff. But at the end of the day, I really don't care if you don't communicate at all because I know me. I know I will all the time to help win games. You get to choose that. So understand that a little bit, soak that in a little bit, and try your best to change it. And if you don't, I'm gonna be honest, you already know and you probably will know what's happened. You're gonna just stay the same person. Okay, you're gonna stay in your comfort zone, just keep doing what you feel is comfortable. Hey, that's on you, right? But I'm here to help you, and that's something that I see that is a big obstacle in being an Immortal 3 player right now. You already have the aim to be, but it's just other stuff. Okay, so let's move on. The last note. This is the last note. Is gotta communicate. So this is just like a future reference thing. I know you don't play Viper, but gotta communicate when the wall is going down and up. This is one of the only smoke agents, maybe Harbor included, but Viper is the main one where she's the only agent that requires to communicate about her smokes in that way. They're going down, they're coming up. Every other smokes player, they don't say, "Oh, my smokes are going." Nobody cares, okay? Because there's no juice to it. Everyone can kind of already know the timing of those smokes. They've been up for too long, this long, etc., etc. But Viper smoke is different. They'll stay up as long as you have juice. Obviously, people can be so good they know the timing of the whole 99% of the juice, but the average person doesn't, and that's why you may not have not experienced it because you haven't played with a lot of Vipers in the low levels, not a lot of Vipers in the low levels, but now you'll start experiencing it when you play with Vipers. Observe when you see a Viper in your game in an Icebox, watch him talk. He'll most of the time, 80% of the time, the Vipers will be saying, going down, going up, this. Should I put it up? Should I put it down? Okay, it's really, really, really important. Okay. Do you have any questions so far? Anything you're struggling with or have problems with? You should be talking about them now.
No, just with the communication, like that's about it.
Right. And maybe we should break it down a little bit further. So I asked you, what do you have trouble with? You said, oh, my place in the board. What else is it that bothers you with it? Gotta break this shit down. As
I think a
uncomfortable
big
it is.
part of it also is that like a lack of confidence just because I don't know like any of the call outs. But easy way to solve that is just to learn the call outs,
and
obviously.
that's a problem. You're like another student, another community member. You remember Veer, right? Remember that guy?
Yeah.
Remember that kid?
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody made fun of him because he was an Ascendant 2 player and he went from Plat to Ascendant 2 in like 1 week. And everybody made fun of him because he didn't know where screens was on split in the community. Don't be like that guy. Okay? Put in the effort, extra work. You're not playing? It's even better. Now you should be studying. Bro, I have a channel in here with all the callouts. There's no excuse, right? I've told you that before as well. It's called map callouts. Go in there. All the maps are there and study. Learn. Right? And I know you don't play a lot, but still, it's, it's a problem if you don't know any slang callouts or callouts when you're playing this game, and that's what happens with a lot of people. It's like, bro, that's like 10% of playing on attack and defense. Is making sure you know the callouts, as in your teammates call something out, you know exactly where it is without looking at the map. That's the whole point of callouts, right? And so you got to kind of work on that. Okay, what else? Let's break it down. What else? So your place on the leaderboard, no confidence, you don't know call outs, or the confidence because no call out. What else?
Can't really think of anything else, to be honest. I mean,
Is it
those are the only things that come to my
is
head
it
right
a
now.
is it a hassle for you to talk?
No,
Is it
no.
uncomfortable?
I mean, yeah, I guess that too. Yeah,
How is it uncomfortable?
I've never really talked to people in games. Just other than like trolling people or just just talking to people just to talk to them. I don't really ever. I guess it's a thing of taking the game seriously. Like I've never really taken it serious until now.
Sure.
Until I started having you do the
Right, right.
coaching.
Yep. And again, like if you're saying, I haven't been taking games seriously, okay, I can understand that. But if you're saying now I am, then you gotta start focusing on it a little bit, because it's not like it's something that's been, it's a recent event, or bro, we've been talking about this forever. That's why I'm kind of being hard on this note, so it can kind of get ingrained in you a little bit, or you can at least know, like, bro, this is a big problem, right? I know in life, I'm sure you communicate well. I don't know honestly, but in games, you have to understand.
What do you mean by that? Like
What do you mean?
you said in life?
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm
Like
saying in life, I'm sure you communicate with your partner, your family. No, don't you? Or
uh
no?
not really.
Really? That's a bit of a problem then.
On terms of like talking to them,
Just in
I don't
general,
like ever
communicating.
I don't ever text or anything like that. Like
So that's obviously it's stemming. What I'm seeing is it stems from your personal life. It's an actual habit, a bad habit of you don't texting or calling people. You don't check up on people. That's fine. Everyone's different, but don't let that transfer over. Like, this is a game. And I know it's just a game, but it's a fundamental of the game. It's talking. It's a
yeah.
team game. If it's a solo game, I can understand. Okay, think about it in a sports athletic world. Think they're never talking. It's a team. Fuck, people are putting their lives on the line for the team, not even themselves. Not just
Yeah.
communication, their body, physically, mentally. Okay, so you gotta, and I'm not saying put your whole trust and body, mental on these rank games, but you gotta develop some foundational skills to grow upon, use them, be frequent with. Because if you don't, you're just gonna stay the same person in terms of that skill. And I'm gonna be brutally honest. I'm a little bit old. I'm not much older than you, but throughout my life, communication is a big, big, big thing in life. Do you know how many marriages, relationships end because of lack of communication? Almost all of them.
Yeah.
Okay, so understand that communication is not just a Valorant skill; it's a life skill. Being good at it. Okay, so not just forget throwing your phone down on your bed and forgetting about your parents and everybody you care about, or those that care about you. Got to check up on them too, right? And I know we get carried away a little bit, but you know that's usually what happens with a lot of people is their bad habits in real life transfer over into in game. Even me. I'm a big, I was an emotional tilter person. I tilt in game. I get frustrated easily. I frustrate in game. It transfers over. Obviously, I'm trying to fix it and not do those things, but it's really important that you can at least try to not just identify, but work on it. Because I'm gonna be brutally honest. it feels like you haven't worked on it at all. I'm being really honest. I'm not even trying to put you down. I'm just being, from my observation, it's maybe like a 5% increase in improvement. Every other skill has improved a lot. Your game
If I'm
sense,
being honest,
awareness, it's like
I
50%
really
increase.
have, but it's just maybe like the last 4 or 5 weeks, I really haven't at all. But
But
I
but but
really did try for a
right.
while
But
though.
can you see where that argument goes wrong? You're like, I have, but the last 5 weeks I haven't. So that means like
Yeah.
almost you almost didn't really try. Like you tried for like couple like 2 weeks. Okay, I thought you were saying recently. I was gonna be okay, okay, all right. But if you're saying that, that to me shows that you haven't tried for the last 5 weeks and you only tried for a little bit. That's a problem. Okay, and I know a lot of people from the outside be like, "Oh, why is this a problem? Why is it not talk? Why is him talk not talking talk such a pro?" We're playing Valorant. If we were playing something else or whatever, any other thing, it's a different story. But this game, especially at the level you are in, okay, you're in the top 1.5% of the world in Valorant. Think about that. Even though you're not that high of a rank. Low Immortal, High Ascendant is the top 2% of the world in Valorant. That's 5 million people playing this game. Think about that. Okay? So,
Yeah,
like,
it's a lot different.
it's a lot different. If you're in the fucking bottom 1%, different story. Not talk all you want. I don't care. Okay? And that's why I'm hard on you because my expectation of you is so high. You yourself indirectly without me like glazing you or you glazing yourself, my expectation is you that high. It's fucking high. You're one of my students where my expectation of you is the highest. Honestly, if I really think about it, my expectation of you is really high. You and Sanji are the highest. I think you guys are my best students. So that's why I'm really hard on you guys because I don't even think you're an Ascendant player. I think you're an Immortal player type player. But if your communication is lacking, you're not an Immortal 3 player. Okay, just off of that. And I remember what I told you a long time ago as well. I said all these other categories gotta outweigh your aim. If your aim is right now, I'll even say your aim's at 8, 9 out of 10 in the CLO, your comms is a 3. Your game sense might be like a 6, 7. Okay, utility usage is
Yeah.
like a 6, 7. They're still lacking. You gotta, and I know you're not playing a lot. I understand, but you gotta think about these things a little bit. And I know it's hard to change, even me. Okay, but you have to think about it like this. It's not change for the worse. I'm not trying to change you to be a bad person, am I?
No,
I'm trying to change you to be a
no.
better person, not just in Valorant, but in life. These are life skills that I teach. A lot of the times, it's mental work I'm talking to you guys about and taking care of you guys mentally and keeping your mentals in check. These are all life skills that you
Yeah.
should be adopting as well. And I know you didn't sign up for a life coach. I know that, but a lot of people have life problems, and those transfer over into games. That's what people don't understand. Okay, so uh, and that's something I've witnessed or and experienced myself. Obviously, I still have some problems. Obviously, I'm working on them still, but still, yeah, just kind of soak in that stuff a little bit. I know you're not playing. Also, I would like you to play more. Okay. Let's talk about it. What are the reasons you're not playing or not making you want to play? Like, are you really busy?
Yeah, so when I started playing Valorant a lot, like whenever I first
Mhm.
started getting into your coaching,
Mhm.
I stopped going to the gym. I stopped doing all that extra shit that I would normally do
Right. Right.
after
Work.
work.
Yeah. Yeah. I fully understand that.
Just kind of like gave up on everything that I like doing,
Right.
pretty
Right.
much.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
hanging out with friends. Like it's
Gotcha.
summer
Gotcha.
now. I would go fishing like
Right.
every
Right.
day after
Yeah.
work.
Yeah.
Stop
Yeah.
doing
So
that.
I can fully understand that. But again, you know, like,
I
don't
mean,
you?
it's like if somebody like me wants to be able to like get good at this, I need to pretty much just sacrifice everything just to
I
be
don't
good
think so.
because of the fact that I work until like 2,
Sure.
and
Yeah.
then if I want to get a decent night's sleep, I have to go to bed at like 11, so I have maybe
Right.
like a 5-hour gap just to
Right.
play
Right.
the game
Yep.
or
Yep.
pick anything else to do.
Right. Right. Yeah. With your schedule is definitely really really hard, right? But you know, again, I'm not saying throw away your life for Valor, but uh, if you have a goal that you wanted to hit, you got to put in some effort to it. That's all I'm saying. And I don't care if you play a lot or keep DMing and maintaining or not, but I'm just worried that you're gonna end up eventually stop playing. And I'm not worried because you're gonna stop coaching. I don't really care. Okay, but it's just you told me what you wanted. You told me your goals, right? And whether you do that with or without me, I don't care, but I expect you to. That's the type of person I am. Why? It's because I was on that other end where I never did what I said. And so that's why I expect my students to get to where they told me they want to get to. And I know you've made a lot of leaps and improvements, but you got to maybe if that's the case, then you got to really really lay down what's really important to you. If you already have reached your end goal in Valorant, then that's it, right? If it's still there's still things in reach that you need to maintain, get or stuff like that, then you got to put in the effort. Okay, I'll leave that up to you. I can't answer that question for you, but I can just lay it down for you. You got to make that decision because right now you're lukewarm. You're maintaining your aim, but you're not playing. And then you kind of want to go back into doing life stuff. I can respect that. I agree. I think it's important. But you're lukewarm. Make a decision. Are you going to commit or not? Okay, so it's really important. And like you said, you're like, I think I have to sacrifice everything. I don't think so. I don't think you have to sacrifice everything. It's going to be obviously extra effort. You playing, working, friends, gym. Okay, and you can do it. I know you can. It's going to be a lot more effort, but it comes down to your wants and needs at the end of the day. That's what I can help you with is make a decision. Am I at my point where I'm happy, satisfied? Yes, that's
No,
it. Hang it up. If it's a no, like you just said, then you're gonna have to dig deep. Okay? And I'm not saying lose your life over Valorant. That's not what I'm saying. It's just it needs a little bit more thought into it, a little bit more effort. Okay, and
I
a
want to
little.
get to a point to where I can just play, like I can just get on,
Mhm.
and then easily get from like Ascendant 2 to Immortal 3 if I wanted to. Like
Right,
I could just sit there, play
right,
for a couple hours, rank up.
right,
That's how
right,
I want to get, like just that good to where I like it's
right.
easy to rank up.
Yep. And I'm gonna be really honest. If you want to be that guy, you're gonna have to put in a lot of work, because that guy that can do that, whenever he stays, however long he stays away from the keyboard and comes back and can immediately go back to Immortal, those guys put in a lot of effort early on. As in, they played a lot, they grinded a lot, they trained a lot. And I'm not saying you're not training or not, but it's like your focus is slipping in terms of and your habits as well. It's like, what is all this stuff we worked for, right? If you were to quit now, what is all this stuff worth for? That's a question. All of this stuff we went through, all these hours of us together in Discord, me trying to help you improve, you improving, us talking about mental game stuff, game sense stuff, mechanicals. What is it all for?
Nothing.
Nothing, right? And so it's on you whether it's going to be for something or nothing, as in your goals. And right now, obviously, you're not satisfied. I can tell by you saying, no, I still want more. There's still more in reach. I agree. There is. But you gotta really dig deep. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, man. I've said this to so many students lately in the last 2, 3 weeks. I'm like, there's a student Trilly, Sanji, these guys really soaked in what I said. They've improved a lot. But bro, you're gonna fucking hit a wall real quick
You
if
know what, dude? I gotta lock in.
that's it.
You're
And
right. I gotta play. I feel like I need to spend less time, like just practicing, like playing
sure,
team death matches, and more time just queuing comp.
sure. You could even
Whether my aim's good or not in the time, just queue
right.
comp, practice it,
And you know what?
talking
If
to
we can
people.
shift to as well is instead of the whole routine you've been doing, which helped you obviously, and maintained you as well. What you need to do now is just play 1, 2 DMs. That's 10, 15 minutes, 18 minutes. Okay, it's about 9 minutes is average, and then you just play. You just grind, play, and win or lose doesn't matter how rank doesn't matter. Just play, put hours into it and then experience, get better. Just focus, communication.
Yeah.
That's it, bro. With you, it's nothing else, man. It's just the communication and the like, a little bit more game sense awareness. It's already come a long way, bro. You should not even be able to take space. You should not even know where they're coming from. Okay, that was like 4 or 5 weeks ago. Now you know where they're coming from because you've the prior you're storing information, etc., etc. You gotten a lot better. You have. I'm not saying you're not, but you know it's come to a screeching stop. A screeching stop, if you may will. You know, we made so much progress quick, and then you just hit a wall, and just boom, and stopped, right? And that affects you, your confidence, stuff like that. And it's really important that just put more time into it. And I'm not, and I don't honestly, I don't care. You can quit if you want. If it's too overwhelming, you enjoy time with your friends, your girl, your family. It's summertime. Just take a little break. It's fine too. But understand there's consequences with that. You're gonna get washed. You're gonna lose everything you built, right? So uh, just understand that. Wait, and again, I don't care if you continue or not, but just wait, put it all on the table. Okay, what do I need? What do I want? What do I enjoy? Have I hit my goals? Just lay it all down one day by yourself. Okay, and just really think, and you'll get your answer when you think and break it down and be critical. Okay, because that's how most people do it.
Yeah, I think I'd have a lot more confidence too if I learned the comms, and I
Right,
really don't have an excuse not to because when I'm in driving to the job site, I could use that time to, just like
right,
study
yep, mm-hmm.
the locations of things,
Right,
the fucking like
and they're
screens,
yeah, and I'll to be honest, a lot of the cults are very the same. It's the same words on the same maps, different maps. Sorry, like screens, spawn, like rafters, heavens. These are
Agree.
on multiple sites. It's not just like right, but obviously you got to learn the more intricate call outs, like on
I just know
split.
the basic ones.
Right, you know the general ones, but you got to learn the slang ones, as in new box. A lot of those ones. Like I gotta see the map to call them out. But on Icebox, it's like jail. There's a slang
What's
one.
Benji Fishy? What
Benji
the hell
Fish
is
is on
that?
A, on split. You know how you come in to A as an attacker? You look left, there's
Yeah,
ramps, and then you look straight ahead. It's screens, rafters from heaven, and there's hell to your left, right? If you go directly right, you know how there's that like 45-degree corner you gotta clear?
yeah.
That's Benji Fishy. They call it Benji Fishy because he
Okay.
sat there and he 1v5'd. Then they call it Benji Fishy, right? Like these are like the slang callouts you gotta kind of learn. But I only learned them through playing. I'd be like, "What the fuck is that?" And they'd be like, "Oh, it's right here." I'm like, "Oh, I never knew that," and that's how I learned. Obviously, over the years, right? But uh, yeah, that's that. For you, bro, I'll break it down this session. Just gotta focus on the communication. And I'm gonna be honest, man. That's how you get confidence. Is being engaged. I told you, I don't care if you're fucking 5 and 30, as long as you're communicating every round, feeding info, making plans, using your protocol, thinking, being on top of space. Bro, I'd be like, really fucking good game, win or lose. Good job. That's a consistent, solid player. I don't care what your score is. You shouldn't care this about your score either. Gotta understand, score doesn't mean much. Just means you just executed a kill. That's it. Doesn't mean nothing. Yeah, it means something as in you're gaining man advantage or whatnot, but getting space. But everybody has a role. It's like a basketball team. You think a fucking center's always gonna shoot a three? His role is to protect the paint. Don't let people dunk on his teammates. Protect the rim. Same thing with a point guard. Everybody has their role, and that's how you have to start looking at the game. Not as, oh, we're all separate individual same role type players. No, everybody has their own role. Smokes, sentinels, it doesn't matter what their score is. It doesn't matter what their production value is. They gotta just play their job. Lock down mid, throw smokes down, communicate, identify, give info. Duelist is a different story. Okay, but yeah, just focus on this stuff. If you really want to get to the next level, because you're hitting a wall, right? You're not getting confident anymore. You've lost your confidence. You're scared to play Duelist and lock in now. You're hitting a wall, and to get over this wall is to focus on the stuff you're slacking in, you're lacking in. Okay, it's really important. All right, any questions?
No.
Okay, so that's that. The advice I'll give you is, focus on your comms and then just know what you want. Because if Valorant is really holding you back in life, it's time to hang it up. If you really don't, it's not giving you anything. It's just pulling time away from you. It's time to hang it up. That's as simple as that. Okay, because it's just a waste of time, right? Because it's not like you want to go pro or anything. But I mean, I'm sure it's on the table, but still, So it's far. And if you feel like it's a lot of effort and growing and getting better, improving in terms of all this stuff, then it's time to hang it up. I'm not forcing you to quit. I'm just saying that option is there where you might as well just give up, or not give up, but just hang it up, call it a day. Just say I improved so much and work on your life, and and live your life, and that's fine. But if you have that fire in you where you're like, you know what, I have not hit my goal. I know I can do better. I know I can climb higher. Then it's time to strap up because this is not the elo for the weak. Okay, this is the elo for the strong. You gotta be mentally fucking strong to start climbing in this elo. You're gonna notice a lot of retards on your team at this elo. It's even more retards in this elo than it is in plat. I'll be brutally honest. Okay, because everyone has an
I
ego.
agree on that.
Everybody thinks they're really good. Everybody thinks they're in the top one. They think they're a pro now. Everybody's just dog shit. Okay, so gotta strap the fuck in because it's only gonna get harder. That's what I'm trying to prepare you for. That's why I'm so hard on you, because it's only gonna get harder. People are gonna look down on you even more. They're gonna be upset even more on you because their standard is becoming higher and higher, right? And it makes sense.
Yeah.
If you're at the highest level, their standard of somebody, they're gonna, and you see it in traditional sports all the time. WNBA, the pros don't like the new pros coming in because there's a standard. They don't feel like they belong there, right? It happens in sports. There's rookie hazing, right? It's, so understand it's get harder. Okay, good session overall. I think game one, game two. Game one was a little bit of carry. You were shooting well. Game two, but all three games is the same thing. Your communication was really bad. That's pretty much it. And these
I
are the
will I will absolutely try my absolute best to
good.
be better with it next time.
And you know what? I'll give you credit too. There was some weeks where they were very good, like week 3 and 4, where I saw, after I told you feed info, you were doing it well, and it just starts slipping. It just started going away. Get back on that, and it's easy. And I'll give you some few tips. All you have to do is if you don't see anything, you just tell them there's nothing there. You see somebody, you be specific. Two guys, you don't know, talking possibilities. Could be three, a lot, stuff like that. Also, just feed info. That's really it. Just constantly look at the minimap and feed what you're seeing to them, because people respect you off you just doing that. Trust me. I don't know how many students I've had recently where I just show them how to communicate properly, and their teammates are like, "Yo, good comms, good comms. Yo, your comms are really good." And I'm like, "Look, see." I tell my students, "See, what's so hard about being a good player? Just gotta talk. That's it. He respects you. They're listening to him now." I had one student last week where the game was going to shit, and all he did was starting to talk, and they won the game. Off talking, communicating, making sure everybody's on the same page, synergize, having a good time, being friendly, working together. It takes talking. That's it. But anyways, we'll move on. I know we're kind of getting carried away. We're talking a lot about it, but I mean that's all we have to talk about with you is communication. But that's that. Okay. Good games today. Just focus on this when you play. Okay. Even in your real life, focus on it. Communicate. Every little detail. Hey, I'm gonna be home here. I'm gonna do this. Hey, do you want to go do this? Hey, let's group up. Hey, let's do this. Just talk, communicate. Be on top of that. It's a skill. It's not a genetic trait. It's a skill. Okay. And if anything, being a good communicator means that you're actually being respectful. You're thinking about other people. Okay? Those that don't communicate, put their phone on their bed, don't answer calls, don't give a fuck, text back to friends 20 hours later, day two. Just not respectful. If you're really, really respectful, you'd be like, hey, what's up? Yo, got you. You're like a true friend, obviously, you're going to pick up their call right away and stuff like that. But just understand, it's like being mindful. That's what it is, communicating. Okay? In itself. So that's that. Good session today. I'll see you next week. Saturday.
Yeah, I'm fine with Saturday.
Okay.
6?
Yep. We'll do 6 o'clock Saturday, and we'll switch it up now. So don't do like everything, all the aim trainers and stuff like that. Maybe just keep it to just the range, like 10 minutes in the range. Shoot some bots, hard bots, control, practice your spray control, do a little movement, and then get into 2 DMs, 1 to 2 DMs, fully work on all of them together, the movement plus your aim, combining them, shitting on them, putting 100 effort in those warm-up death matches, and then start just grinding, play like 3 4, because if you have like 5 hours to play, that's like 6 games, 7 games, because the game's 40 minutes, right? So max. So an hour max. But yeah, that's that. So play more and then just gain the experience as well. Okay. I'll see you next week, this week actually, because it's already Sunday. But yeah, I'll see you on Saturday, 6 p.m., my friend. Okay? Focus on these notes. I'll send it to you right now. I'll also send you the VOD as soon as possible. Okay,
Right.
and yep, I'll see you next week. That's it, bro. I'm gonna be honest, man. So that's all you have to focus on. You're lucky. All you have to focus on is communication and a little game sense. Boom, you're on the way, bro. It's holy land, holy city. At that point, I can call it a day. You can call it a day. I'm like, got my student to where his goal was. You'll be happy. I'll be happy. Boom. Okay, that's that. Right? So, and you'll never look back. You'll be like, this is who I am now. I'm an Immortal 3 player, high level player. And then they'll stick with you for the rest of your life or however long you continue to play. Okay, so that's that. All right? Good session today. And that's that, bro. Any questions you have throughout the week or anything you're struggling with, ask me. Okay, even if whatever it
Probably
is.
will.
Okay, so just talk to me, bro. That's why I'm here. I'm 24/7. I always answer questions. So anytime after a game, this, bro, just ask away. I'm here. Okay, that's that. I'll see you next this week. All right, bro. Good luck on your
Yep.
games. Good luck at work. Stuff like that. Focus on communication. That's it. That's it. Okay, get that high level
Just
elite.
comms.
That's it. Consistency from you. That's all I want from you. That's it. You know how to do it. We've done it so much together. All right. Later, bro. Good job today.
Yep.
See you, truly. Peace.
See you, man.
Okay, everybody. That was a little bit rough near the end there. I'm gonna read the chat a little bit. I'll start here.